Welcome to another episode of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, and I'm here to bring you all the latest news in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's Monday, July 27th, 2015. Let's get to it. A few weeks removed from her big win at the Chicago Pro, fitness superstar Fiona Harris is still laser focused on her ultimate goal, the Olympia. Harris released a few candid gym photos recently, giving her fans a snapshot at some of the hard work she's putting into this year's Olympia Prep. Harris has already solidified herself as one of the premier athletes in the fitness division, and perhaps the momentum from her win in Chicago will be enough to help her lock up her first top 5 finish on the Olympia stage. Fiona Harris won't be the only one looking to scratch and claw her way up the fitness ladder at this year's Olympia. Last year's 5th place finisher, Myriam, also appears to be right on track to bring one of her best looks ever to the stage. Capes has been a perennial top 10 competitor at the Fitness O, finishing as high as 3rd back in 2011. When she's on her game, she's capable of knocking off just about anyone. And with the latest improvements she's made to her physique, this might just be the year we see Capes make a return trip to the top 3 and attempt to challenge reigning champion Oksana Grishina for the crown. It looks like Terrence Ruffin is gearing up to make his IFBB Pro debut. Ruffin won his pro card at last year's NPC Nationals by taking top honors in the lightweight class. And now the Florida native is just days away from showing the bodybuilding world what he's been putting together these last few months. At just 21 years old, Ruffin looks to have a bright future ahead of him. But whether or not he'll have the size to hang with some of the small tanks that he'll be sharing the 212 stage with still remains to be seen. To quote the great Arthur C. Clarke, the limits of what are possible can only be defined by attempting the impossible. And just 8 weeks from today, Jose Raymond will attempt to do the impossible when he steps on the Olympia stage to take on reigning and defending 4-time champ Flex Lewis. The Boston Mass has been putting in some long, hard days at the office lately, but if the fruits of his labor bear him a standout trophy come September, he'll prove once and for all that the impossible is always possible if you have faith in your abilities and you work hard enough. Just over a week removed from her big win at the Prestige Crystal Cup, it looks like bikini sensation Adriana Hill is back on the grind. Hill released some footage from a recent back training session over the weekend and gave her fans a sneak peek at how she's preparing for her first trip to the Olympia stage. The waters at the top of the bikini world are especially deep and loaded with elite talent, but in the bodybuilding world, we've come to expect the unexpected. So it shouldn't surprise anyone if we see the talented Miss Hill make her way into the top 6 on the sport's biggest stage. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.